Hi everyone, in this video I'll give you a quick summary of the recent clauses the NTEU has tabled for consideration in the EA negotiations. I'm Darius Pfitzner, President of the Northern Territory Division of the National Tertiary Education Union, your union and the union that supports your working rights and conditions in the negotiation of the CDU Enterprise Agreement. This week we tabled 7 clauses for discussion, and these are a Menstruation and Menopause Leave Clause, an Infectious Diseases Clause, a Natural Disaster Clause, a Right to Disconnect Clause, an Updated Travel Clause, a Superannuation Clause, and a Facilities and Resources Clause. Given the fact that 65% of CDU's workforce are women, and the people of this group are sometimes subject to physical circumstances that are out of their control and that can be crippling, and that the other group, men, do not experience, the NTEU has proposed a Menstruation and Menopause Leave Clause that would give women access to 5 days leave to account for these conditions if needed. However, it should be noted that unlike any other personal leave, this leave would not accrue between years. Regarding the Infectious Diseases Clause and the Natural Disaster Clause, the NTEU has proposed these clauses to allow for extra leave to staff that are impacted by these serious situations. Of course, I won't go into the Right to Disconnect Clause, as I have already done so in the previous video. As for the Travel Clause, this is basically the original clause with a simple edit that seeks to ensure that when staff are required to travel for work, they are given enough warning to be able to submit the appropriate documentation so they can get paid in advance for travel expenses, so that they're not out of pocket during the travel period. The Superannuation Clause is a rewrite of the current clause, with the most important changes being that CDU would retain UniSuper as the preferred super fund, and the casuals would receive the 17% super contribution by the employer. And last, the Facilities and Resources Clause seeks to define the facilities and resources available to your union, the NTEU, so that it may effectively operate across all campuses of CDU. Now that negotiations are in full swing again, you'll get these video updates more regularly, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me by email or by phone. Finally, the negotiation team's time, knowledge and capacity are limited. And importantly, this is your agreement, and we can't possibly know everything about the issues at CDU and the impacts of the EA across all aspects of CDU. As such, we will need to ask for your help with the negotiations in the coming months. This may be for a number of reasons, such as to complete a survey or organise meetings in your area to discuss issues and feedback to the NTEU, or to advise on how draft clauses might best address an issue, or we might even ask you to tell your story in one of the negotiation sessions. If you are invited to engage in these types of tasks, I encourage you to accept the invitation and help us improve your working rights and conditions, because I assure you the experience will be positive and your efforts will help improve your enterprise agreement. Finally, if you'd like to volunteer to help out, or you have any questions regarding the negotiations, please do not hesitate to contact myself or Dr. Raju Sharma by phone or by email. Have a great day and see you in the next video.